brothers grew up in a place they had been good friends. You know, born not too many years apart. They're the kind of guys that maybe they shared clothes and everything, responsibilities. They were really best friends and brothers. A very tight-knit family, so that as they grew and they got bigger and stronger, they continued to stay together, went to school together, they played sports together, they even joined the military and they fought in war together. Returned home and each of them found beautiful wives and they each married. One built his house almost directly across the field from the other. They spent days and nights talking and sharing. If one had a hole in the roof, you better believe the other was holding the ladder while he went up there to fix it. There was never a thing that one wanted that the other did not provide. They were best of friends. I can't tell you what happened. I don't know how it is that people fall apart. Time passed. The two brothers were no longer as close as they had been. Arguments when they spent their time together. One day, one brother just went home, slammed the door on his way out. He went across the field to his home, thinking to himself, I will never see my brother again. The very next day, with a backhoe, which is a big machine that's used to work in the field. You know what I'm saying. I have to explain that, being from the south side of Chicago. You say a backhoe and people start saying, you're talking about me. But in this case, it is a piece of farm equipment. And that brother rose up early in the morning and used that big piece of farm equipment to dig a trench. He did a trench right there at the edge of his property. He digged the trench and then he filled that trench with water. As he dug this trench and he filled it with water, and he got this fish, this very angry fish, this fish with teeth, this piranha. That's what he got, a piranha fish, terrible fish. And he placed the piranha inside that moat. It's impossible for his brother to cross over the field and come and visit him. Oh, his brother was hurt by this. He was hurt, and his hurt turned to anger. He was so angry that at night, when he usually prayed before going to sleep, on this particular day, he did not say his prayer. He laid in the bed, he covered himself with a blanket, and he just sat there fuming, just viciously, just angry. Getting him back was the only thing that he thought about. How was he going to pay his brother back? How dare he? The next morning, a gentle knock at the door. Yes? Who is it? Sir, I am a carpenter. I'm traveling about trying to find a way maybe to make enough money to buy myself a meal. That's all. I wonder, is there some odd job, some work about the farm, maybe something that you need done that I can do? Oh yeah, I got something for you to do. Right out in the back of my old barn, I've got a whole bunch of wood. I want you to take that wood and bring it right up there. You see, across that, there's my brother's house. But I do not want to see him anymore. I want you to build a fence. I want you to build a fence so high that when I look out my door, I see nothing but the wood of the fence. Block him out. I never want to see him. I never want to talk to him. I never want anything to do with him again. Can you build me a fence? I can build. I have errands to run. And I'll go do what I need to do. You get started right away. Shouldn't take you too long. I'll be back in a little while. I'll pay you when I get back. Okay. I'll do the work. And the brother went away. And the carpenter got the wood. And he began sawing. Cutting and sawing it and cutting the wood. He measured it out and he cut the wood and he hammered and he cut and he cut and hammered and he saw and he cut and hammered, saw and built, and he began building and working the project, doing the work that he was asked to do, doing work. Soon, returning from his chores that he had to do far away, the brother drove to his property, and as he saw, as he came upon, he said, "Oh, no, wait a minute now. I told you, you were supposed to, I told you to build me up." Before he can get the angry words out of his mouth, across a bridge came his brother. His arms wide open. "Oh, brother, my dear brother, how ashamed am I. I did everything I could to separate us. I dug a moat and filled it with terrible piranha. I filled it with water and piranha so that you would never be able to come to my house again. And what have you done? You built a bridge. You built a bridge so that we would not be separated. Oh, brother." And he embraced his brother and held him so tight. That brother had all that anger in him, but being held by his brother, he released it. And he released that anger, and the two brothers looked into one another's eyes. "I forgive you, brother. I forgive you." They were never separated again. But by the time they released their hold on one another, the old carpenter had already put his tools in his bag and thrown his bag on his back and was headed down. "Wait a minute, man. I have more work. You can stay." "It's okay. Don't worry about me."